Hey there, grumpy old fart here. I'm doing an unexplained artifacts video on the Sabu disc. Before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including a fun story about a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. It's called The House Off Farrago Road. Nothing political, nothing deep, just a good, fun story. Interesting characters, different modern mythology, that kind of thing. All right. Excuse me. In 1936, this is a Sabu disc. In 1936, British Egyptologist Walter Bryan Emery was working in tomb S311 at Mustaba in northern Saqqara. That's in Necropolis in Egypt. The tomb belonged to a person named Sabu. Now, we do not know much about Sabu except for the fact that his tomb suggests that he was an important figure in the royal court. Excuse me. Emery found a curious disc. It is a perfect wheel with a raised central hole meant for some kind of axle or shaft. There are 3 flanges with holes near the edges. The workmanship is perfect. The flanges are perfectly equidistant around the radius and bend inwards towards the center. The disc was fashioned out of extremely hard but fragile material called schist. It's hard, but it's brittle. Carving this material at all is problematic even today. Yet someone carved this item from one piece and did not make a single mistake. The disc looks like a machine part. Officially, they said it was used to sift and mix mash for beer. But there are easier ways to do this, and I don't buy it. To me, it looks like some kind of a fan blade or a component to a cheese slicer. Working in kitchens, that's what it looks like to me. The tomb where this item was found has been sealed for 5,000 years. That means the people who carved this walked the earth at least 3,000 years before Christ. There are many theories which have surfaced to explain what this disc is and what it was used for. Some of them are just out there. Some theorize that it was part of a machine used to manufacture sodium carbonate, possibly inside a pyramid. I don't even know where that comes from. I don't know. Some theorize it was a primitive weaving tool, but we've seen ancient looms and they don't look anything like this. Some people theorize it was a tool for twisting rope. I suppose that could be, but it seems to be the same thing could be done with a stick. Yeah, you take a stick and you tie however many strands and different parts through it, and then you pull it taut and tie one end of these things to something sturdy, and then you pull the stick taut and twist it as you walk, either forward or back, depending on how you want to get it done. But the thing is, at the end, you've got your twisted rope. So this is theoretically possible, this twisting rope thing, but a stick would work, in my opinion, even better. Some theorize that it may be a component or a copy thereof from a UFO. This would presuppose a UFO crashed in ancient times. To look at the thing, I could see this. However, I don't know. That seems a bit of a stretch. I'm just saying. It's got, if this is a component like from a UFO, then it's got to be a recreation of something they saw, because why would the people in the UFO use this material, schist, to create a component for an engine? You see what I'm saying? There's sturdier stuff to use. However, an exact copy of this disc was created on a 3D printer. The disc acts like an impeller for pumping water. If in fact that is what this disc is, then it had to be a component, it's part of a component in an ancient centrifugal pump. Seeing how the ancient Egyptians relied on crops and water to survive, I can see such a pump being used to fill underground cisterns and for irrigation. This would mean that the ancients were far more advanced than we give them credit for. And I completely understand that. Michael Cremo wrote a book called Forbidden Archaeology. I talk about it a lot on my videos. In that book, he postulated the theory that human beings have been on this planet far longer than mainstream science will admit, and our ancestors were far more advanced than what we believe. and I am absolutely in favor of that. Regardless of how long humans have been on this planet, we know for a fact that mainstream archaeology, mainstream science is hiding things from us. They're not telling us the entire story. They're obfuscating facts. And I think it's to fit a narrative. And I don't know why they're doing that, but there they are. It's crazy. But if you get a chance, check out a picture, go to online and find a picture of this Sabu disc. That thing, just take one look at it and understand that thing was carved more than 5,000 years ago. That's 3,000 years before Christ. That is crazy. It looks like part of an engine or a motor or a disc in some sort of machinery. It's crazy. Check it out. You'll see for yourself. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. And if anybody else has any other ideas what it could have been, put it in the comments. I'm sure we'd all love to read it. God bless one and all.